this video right here is geared towards my older crowd that wants to get into trucking. I remember I wanted to, when I remember, like it was a long time ago, 2.5 months ago, because that's how much time I got invested in over the road trucking. A little more than 2.5 months ago, when I first was researching where is there discrimination towards older guys. And, I was always looking for videos for, 50 and over, how it is in trucking. So, before I did all of that, I really should have got the information of the physical. The physical is the most important thing. It's not your age. So let's clear that up right now. The physical. And the most important part of the physical is the blood pressure test. So before you invest your money, before you start studying, before you get your hopes up high, do your research on you and your health. Because I almost didn't make it. My pressure was sort of up there. So you're able to take another one, and I was able to change my diet and get it to where I needed to be. And you have to do this every 2 years. You have to get a physical for trucking every 2 years. They got to check your eyesight. A lot of guys like to study the eye chart before they go in to the test. I never knew that, but yeah, they're going to be checking your sight. And making sure you can see. So that's very important to know before you invest into trucking. Now, once you find out that your health is fine, the age is fine, depending on what lane you get in. All right, I chose flatbed to stay active. I'm pretty in shape, do my push-ups, so I'm pretty strong. And with saying that, the tarps that I deal with, the two blue ones are like 100 pounds. The black one is a little lighter, and they are tough for me to get up. Like I gotta, use my chest, my head, just to get it. It's tough. Usually with that and flatbed, if you're at a shipper, they usually use the forklift, put it up top, you spread it out up top. But there's times that you gotta, like last night, I had to put it up myself, and I stayed up till 4 in the morning, pretty much, securing the load. But I took my time. I didn't rush. My day was already shot because basically my trailer had caught a flat, and the trailer I have has double wheels, so you can drive on it. So I was able to drive, which was 5 minutes away from where I had to drop off my load and get the tire fixed. So I did that. It cost me a lot of time. So I chose to stay up and make sure my load is secure, so I can kind of, be on time for this delivery. But let me not get off track as far as being an older trucker. All right, that's what I chose to do. You don't have to choose to do it. You can go ahead and do drive-in, which is a lot easier where you drop and hook. The hard part is driving out here in the public, definitely. Seeing the big picture, looking ahead, making sure you pay attention all the time. Stay in your mirrors, know what's around you, what might try to shoot in front of you. So, things like that. But there's all sorts of different lanes of trucking, But what I'm going to tell you for, as an older person, 57 years old, there is no discrimination. I've seen older women. I've seen older men, older than me. Guy 67 years old is doing flatbed with this company. This company I'm working for currently is Milton Truck Line. And he's 67 years old, picking up these heavy tarps. Slim guy, nice guy, older white guy. He was super cool. But I couldn't believe he was 67 years old because, you know, you stay active, you reap the benefits. Yeah, you work hard and you reap the benefits. Not to take nothing away from drive-in guys, because guys in drive-in, you know, they go to the gym. You know, they got time to do what they got to do. Me personally, I just do my little push-ups, which I've been doing for years in construction, and then I go do the physical work in construction. So it's just like vice versa. I'll do my push-ups and come out here and do my physical work with the tarps, you know, the straps, and clamming on top of the load, pulling your body up, your body weight up, big body weight on top of the trailer. So I want to stay active. That's just me. You know, the rumors scarred me with the construction. Or you retire and then you dwindle away, some die. I don't want that. Maybe not maybe. Yeah, maybe, because I don't know, man. Things change with me a lot. You know, I like to do a lot of different things. So I've been a teacher. You know, I've traveled to other countries to do construction. I'm a safety manager, so I do the safety aspect of construction. So you never know. I semi-owned a restaurant for 8 months on the job, coffee shop for the job, pretty cool. So, you know, I like to stay active. You know, I like to stay. So there's no telling. Right now, I'm loving the freedom. I'm loving the visual out here on the road. I definitely love that. You know, this company is pretty cool. They don't breathe down your back. They do have the inside camera, but they don't breathe down your back. You know, you make sure you communicate with them. You get to where you need to be. If you can't get to where you need to be, you just communicate. So that's just that. So age don't matter. I seen this lady. She was nice. She had her Jordans on. You know, she had a cane. I'm like, dang, sister, you got you a cane? No, I didn't say that to her. In my brain, I definitely not gonna approach somebody and say that. But in my mind, I'm thinking, dang, you know, it's a lot of older people. I see a lot of people with the gray hair, you know. So it's a lot of older people in this industry. So don't be discouraged, man. Just focus on that blood pressure test, that physical, that visual test, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine getting into this, man. You know, there's companies that let you bring your wife with you. There's companies that do team driving, but if they don't do team driving, there's companies that literally let you bring your wife. Let me just speak about this company that I know, but I've seen it because I've been researching for months. You have companies that let you bring your dog. Summer break, you can bring your child, and you can bring your wife. So this particular company, you can bring a dog, one dog, one child for the summer if you decide, a couple of weeks or whatever, your wife, and that's it. So pretty much have your family with you and kind of tour the world, get paid for it. My objective now is to learn, get more experience. As you get more experience, if you decide to step away and go local, well, let me just say this with with CDL. Sky is the limit with CDL. Once you get your experience, some companies want you to have 1 year experience. Some want you to have 2. Some want you to have 3. This is if you want to be a company driver. Owner operators, they move a different way. Straight owners, they move a different way. I'm still deciding which lane I want to be in. You know, at 57, I'm at the, you know, downhill part of my life where, even though I love trucks, I love the motor, I love the power, I don't know when I get out of the truck that on the weekends I want my life to be. Okay, I gotta fix the truck. Okay, I gotta get parts for the truck, or I gotta do this for the truck. So being with a company, as long as the pay is well, no micromanaging, the respect is there, you know, you kind of like, leave the truck over there, and you go ahead and live your life after work. When you finish living your life, you want to come back. No responsibilities. Your responsibility is just to drive. Stay focused, stay safe, drive. So I haven't decided yet, but it's weighing towards convenience and not having that. Yeah, you make a lot of money, owner operators, a decent money. A lot of people say the market is messed up. It all depends how you look at it. Income coming in over $2,000, $3,000 a week that's good to me. I mean, but these guys are used to making $10,000 a week. They've been out here when things were great. So again, that's not my lane right now. My lane is learning, getting my experience, keeping myself active, getting better with backing up and stuff of that nature, keeping myself in shape. Oh, another thing I want to say out here, it's very tempting. The food is very tempting, and it seems like every state have fried chicken, and I'm addicted to fried chicken, and I had to kind of control myself. So that's something I wanted to talk about too, but I'm going to talk about that on another video. But be careful with that food from truck stops. It's very tempting. Very tempting. Let me just say that. But me personally, I cook. Like I said, I'll get into that another time. But make sure your blood pressure. I can't say it enough. Because imagine, I invested $3,500. Countless sleepless nights of studying, researching, following my man with this particular company, my man Fat Mac, good brother. Thank you, Fat Mac, if you see me. Thank you for just doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? He definitely was very helpful, informative about Milton Truck Rock. Very good brother. Young brother, yeah, good brother. So, that's Fat Mac on YouTube. So, countless nights of watching him, watching other truckers, watching the bad side of trucking, watching the good side of trucking. Don't waste your time if you're not going to go check your blood pressure. Don't waste your time. Get yourself cleared, then start your process. Alright? So I just wanted to let y'all know, as an older driver, don't be afraid, don't feel that you're going to be discriminated on. You just find your lane. And if you're not physically, inclined or want to be out here in this cold like I was yesterday, go to drive-in. They make money. Go to food service. Go to tankers. Well, tankers, you got to work. You got to work the holders. There's so many different lane cars. You go over, but you got to be outside with cars too. Whichever lane you feel you want to get down with, go ahead and get down with. But the moral of this video is age don't matter. Your health does. Alright? So, it's D-Rover all over. Doing my thing. Learning. Getting experience. That's pretty much that, man. Follow me on YouTube. I also got a TikTok channel. It's called D-Rover074. Starting to get the hang of this YouTube and TikTok thing. I was an Instagram and Facebook guy. So I want to start interacting and giving whatever knowledge I have towards, trucking, which is, very, very little. I'm still learning. Alright, so that's pretty much it, man. See you guys around. See you on the next video. Alright?